If your phone's battery is getting weak and you would like it to last longer, this video shows you how to replace it. A new battery also helps if your phone keeps crashing or is always getting slower. The repair is very difficult because the Pixel 2 XL screen is glued on pretty hard. The screen is very easy to damage, so you should work very carefully. You should plan about 60 to 90 minutes. We recommend the following tools: a Phillips screwdriver, a flat thin opening tool like the iFlex, several flat plastic picks, a plastic spudger, a steel spatula, ESD tweezers, and a suction cup. You also need a heat gun or a regular hair dryer to release the display glue. We recommend a flexible plastic tool such as the iPlastics to remove the battery. Find the spare part in the info box below. You can find our high quality tools together with our iDoc magnetic pad as a repair kit. You have to glue the display to close it again. Below you can find a link to the matching adhesive frame for your device. On our website idoc.eu you can find this guide with detailed photos and videos for each step. Before the repair, do a full data backup and make sure your workplace is clean and well lit. If you have any questions, just leave a comment below. And now, enjoy this fix. Before you start, switch off the device. Press and hold the standby button until the power off option appears. Tap again to confirm and wait until the device shuts down. Now you can start and remove the screen. The screen of the Pixel 2 XL is glued around the edges, so you have to heat the edges with a heat gun to around 60 degrees Celsius. Repeat this step and heat the display till you're just about able to touch it. Now attach a suction cup above the USB port and pull on it. Then slide a very thin, flat tool between the display and the frame and run it around a corner to release it. Especially on the bottom edge, you can't insert the tool too far because there are sensitive electronic parts here. Don't pry, only run the tool around the edges to release the glue. If you're using a metal tool like the iFlex, watch out you don't scratch the frame. Now insert a pick between the frame and display. You can use other picks so the glue stays separated. Then gradually heat the edge and release the glue all around. It's better to heat the screen several times if you feel too much resistance instead of bending it. Once all the glue is off, you can take off the display. Fold open the display very carefully because there are still two flex cables attached. Fold open the display very slowly so you don't break these cables. Remove the cover marked with 1. Stick a flat tool into the opening and pry it off. Then remove cover number 2 the same way. This one also has a tape strip which you need to remove. Unplug both connectors with a spudger. You can now put the display away. All the other parts are under a metal mid-frame. Remove the equal length Phillips screws fastening this frame and store them so they don't get lost. Then slide a flat tool into the small recess on the lower edge and pry slowly. When the frame comes off, you can carefully run the tool around the edge to release the clips one by one. Once the frame is released all around, you can take it out. The battery connector is now free and you can unplug it with a plastic tool. Always disconnect the battery as soon as possible to avoid short circuits. Now you can remove the glued battery. You have to heat the glue and then gradually pry out the battery. We recommend that you remove the neighboring parts, such as the mainboard, so you don't damage them. This makes the repair a few minutes longer but prevents bricking your phone, because that's what happens if you damage the mainboard. Of course, you're free to follow your own procedure if you feel confident. Now remove the SIM tray. Stick the SIM tool into the hole of the SIM holder and take it out. To remove the motherboard, you need to unplug all the contacts. Unplug the antenna connector with a slight twist of the tweezers. Careful, the socket on the main board can tear off really easily. Then unplug all the other connectors using the spudger. Be careful not to damage any small parts on the main board. If possible, pry from the side of the connector which has no small parts next to it. Take out the mainboard now. The board is under the frame ledge on the upper end. So first release the board a little and then pull it out from under that ledge and put it aside. Make sure it doesn't get caught on the cables. The battery is easiest to remove from the bottom. That's why we're taking out the USB flex cable too. The speaker is snap fitted into the device. Stick a pointed plastic tool into the corner of the speaker and pry it out. Now take out the USB board. First unplug the connector of the antenna cable with a twist of the tweezers. Then heat the USB flex cable to release the adhesive. Now slide a flat tool under the flex cable and release it gradually. Again, work very carefully since the USB cable tears easily. The upper end near the antenna cable plug is glued very strong. So slide a plastic tool under the circuit board here and release the glue very carefully. Also remove the plastic microphone cover next to the USB board with a spatula. Then release the microphone from the case. Once the whole USB flex cable is off, you can take it out of the device. The battery is glued in the middle, so you can't just pry it out. At the bottom there's some space where you can get the tool under the battery easily. First heat the back cover but not the battery directly to release the glue. Then slide a flat plastic tool, such as the iPlastic, under the battery. You should release the glue instead of prying the battery. All the tools we use for this repair are linked in the video info below. Leave the tool stuck under the battery and heat the rear case several times. Slide in the tool carefully to separate the glue. Take extra care not to damage the battery. It bends very easily when you pry it, especially when hot. Never heat the battery directly, instead heat the opposite side of the device. Do not use any sharp metal tools to pry it out. Take a flat, broad plastic tool instead. When you notice that the battery is hard to remove, heat the bottom of the device and try again. There are several connectors and other components around the battery. Make sure not to damage them. Once all the glue is released, you can take out the battery. The back film at the edge can tear when you remove the battery. This is no problem as long as the silver wrapper of the battery does not get damaged. Now prepare your new battery. Before the installation, remove all the protective films. Place the new battery right in the middle of the adhesive surface. Make sure there's enough space on all sides and don't get any cables stuck underneath. Now press down the battery to make it stick. Then stick the USB flex cable back in. Stick the microphone and the USB port back into their openings. Then paste the flex cable into the frame all over. Make sure you don't squeeze in any cables. Now connect the antenna cable plug. Grab the cable end with your tweezers and then attach the plug. Also insert the microphone holder and press it so it snaps into place. Next, insert the speaker unit and press it in. To insert the main board, first bend all the connectors to the side so that they don't get stuck under the circuit board. Now put the main board in the device and press it in. You have to slide in the main board under the upper edge of the device. Make sure you don't squeeze in any cables. Attach the main board's connectors as well as the thin antenna cable. The connectors should engage with a slight click. Do not slip because the contacts are very sensitive. Before inserting the SIM tray, if necessary, put in the SD and the SIM cards. Then slide in the SIM tray. If it doesn't go in easily, do not press harder. First check if the main board is seated properly. Now connect the battery again. Then put the mid-frame back in and press it to make it snap into place. Now fasten the frame with the equal length Phillips screws. Now remove all glue residue so you can close the display properly. Remove the frame sticker. Take care not to scratch the frame if you're using a metal tool. Thoroughly clean the edge of the frame with isopropanol or alcohol. Run a narrow plastic tool with a moist cloth over it through all the grooves to clean them. Now attach the frame sticker so you can close your device again. The hole for the front-facing camera shows you how to align the sticker. Peel off the outer film and attach the sticker. The frame sticker is very thin and tears easily, so work very slowly and step by step. The blue film must be facing up. First attach the top edge of the sticker and make sure it's sitting right. Then attach the opposite side, especially the corners. Then use a plastic tool to press all edges to the frame. You should see the blue film coming off already. This shows you that the sticker is sitting properly. Once the sticker is well attached, remove the second film. If the black sticker isn't sitting right, correct the position. Make sure there's no glue sticking out since it will show when you press on the screen. Then pull out the entire inner part of the sticker by pulling on the U-shaped tab. If the black sticker isn't sitting right, correct the position. Place the screen on something elevated so the edges don't stick too early. Then attach the screen connectors. Put on the 2 plastic covers and make them snap in. Don't forget to attach the tape strip for the second cover. Place the display in the frame and make sure it's sitting right. Then press on the display all around. Press longer to make it hold well. After the repair, you should give the glue some time to harden. You can squeeze the device between 2 books, for example, but don't exert too much pressure or the screen could crack. That was our fix, and I hope you enjoyed it. You can find tools and spare parts on our website. If you have any questions or suggestions, just leave them in the comment box. We are always happy to help you out. If you found this guide helpful, subscribe and give us a thumbs up. And if any of your friends broke their phone, tell them about iDoc. We have repair guides for all common models. See you next time.